Okay, so hey guys, the One Piece what did quite well. So due to that, I'll be definitely doing an export, which is coming out right now. So hey guys, this is part 2 of what if Goku was in One Piece. So we see young Goku embark on his journey with Bulma to find the Dragon Balls in this One Piece world. On top of this, we see Goku had taken in an interesting devil fruit. And in this scenario, I'll say it was the energy fruit. I don't know if it's an official fruit, but it's just allow it because I don't want to give him a fruit of someone that's already in the series. So, this fruit allows Goku to take energy and to use his own energy to form attacks or to heal people or etc. Basically, to just give and take energy and use it for whatever purpose he wants. The main limits of this power is it basically becomes stronger as Goku becomes stronger. So it's not like we'll have a child Goku, stealing energy from the entire planet. The way it works is that as Goku becomes more powerful, the fruit becomes more powerful to balance with his power. If he tries taking too much power, he'll basically get exhausted, and instead of him taking the energy, he runs out of energy basically. So that's what's gonna happen if he takes too much energy than his body can handle. So Goku then goes around with Bulma collecting the Dragon Balls, and they go on quite a few different quests. Basically, they find out some information about where the Dragon Balls are located. They actually visit quite a few places, and I'll say that they didn't go anywhere special for the first 4 Dragon Balls until they go to Skypiea, which is basically the island in the sky. So instead of doing this conventionally, Bulma's an extra smart lady, so instead she creates a plane that can basically fly them there. And in this scenario, basically this is one of the first planes in One Piece, due to the fact that before no one had ever made one, but Bulma decided to disprove everyone else's opinion in a different way than Luffy did and the Straw Hats, by proving that humans can fly by the power of science, basically. So by doing this, Goku and Bulma managed to make it to Skypiea. So here is where I'll say they meet Yamcha and Puar. So Yamcha in this scenario is basically a sky person, and just so I don't know if you guys have ever watched One Piece, but if you haven't, Skypiea is basically an island in the sky where the clouds are, where people live, and basically people have wings and they have their own society. So they use different types of technology, I guess, and overall it's quite an interesting place with their own way of running things. They have skyfish and all that. So in this land, there's a guy who considers himself to be the god of the land, and he makes sure to subjugate the people in this land. So this guy goes by the name of Eneru. So Eneru is basically the leader of Skypiea, and using his lightning abilities, he's particularly troublesome. So it just happens that this is where the 5th Dragon Ball is, and on top of this is where Luffy is at the same time. And due to this, they definitely meet. Goku comes looking for a fight, and due to the fact that Eneru had the Dragon Ball as sewn into his clothing, it meant that they would definitely have to challenge Emiru for the Dragon Ball. So Goku comes and fights Eneru. At the same time, Luffy stumbled upon them and says, "No fair, I want to fight." And Goku looks around and says, "Who's that skinny looking kid doing here?" Not knowing that Goku also fit that description. But Luffy got angry at Goku and said, "Who are you calling weak? I could probably beat you up if I wanted." To which Goku laughs and says, "I have not lost a fight once unless I'm fighting against Rayleigh. What makes you think you can beat me?" As Goku and Luffy start bickering amongst each other, and then Eneru says, keep focused, and he shoots a blast at Goku, shocking him. So this leads to a 3-on-3. I mean, like 3 people fighting each other at the same time. So it's quite a funny thing, but it eventually ends with Goku and Luffy getting angry at Eneru and realizing that he's their common enemy. So they beat him up and defeat Eneru. And Goku and Luffy talk to each other. So Luffy says, "Hey, I'm Luffy and I'm gonna be king of the pirates." And Goku laughs and says, "That sounds like such an interesting goal. Does the king of pirates get to fight strong people?" To which Luffy says, "Yeah, everyone's gonna challenge you if you're king of pirates." So Goku says, "Oh, is that so? Then fair enough, I'm gonna be the king of the pirates." Which leads to Luffy and Goku bickering. And this leads to basically them having a challenge of strength to see who's stronger. And at this moment, I'll say that Luffy stands no damn chance. He has not unlocked the 2nd or 3rd gear. He literally just has his rubber powers. And against Goku, who can just take away his energy, or since Goku doesn't like using that power unless he has to, with Goku simply attacking Luffy with his Saiyan powers, Luffy would still lose. So Luffy gets beaten and says, "Don't worry, I'll get stronger, and then one day I will become the king of pirates." So Luffy says, "That's all, you can try, but I will defeat you, I guess. I'll be stronger." So they make a friendly rivalry. Goku takes the Dragon Ball, and at the end they get robbed. Like someone tries to rob them, which is Yamcha in this scenario, who has wings, and Puar has wings because they're sky people who live in the sky. And Goku beats up Yamcha. Yamcha gets a crush on Bulma, and basically, to summarize, he comes with Goku and Bulma on the quest to find the Dragon Balls. This leads them to search for the 6th Dragon Ball, which is located in Sabaodi. If you don't know what that is, it's like in One Piece, right? It's kind of hard if you've not seen the anime. It's basically an important tourist location, separating the 2 seas, of basically the most violent part of the sea to the relatively calm parts of the world. So it's basically a place in between where there are a lot of pirates, and there are these rulers of basically the world government called Celestial Dragons. Imagine like they're royals of the planet. The Celestial Dragons basically are treated as if they're gods, basically. No one can hit them. If you hit them, it's a crime. They can basically treat anyone any way that they want. And one particularly weird thing about Sabaodi is people are allowed to take slaves. So this is where Goku first meets Krillin and Oolong. So basically, Goku sees how Krillin was about to be captured by these slave traders and Puar, since Krillin and Puar were people who knew each other, basically. So Goku sees this and he puts an end to it. And due to the fact that they're so thankful to Goku for all they've done, they join Goku, Bulma, and Yamcha in their crew. And another thing is, Krillin describes how he trained with another person who knew Riley, which was Master Roshi. So yeah, Master Roshi in this scenario was someone who was in the same crew as Goldie Roger, the old king of the pirates. So Krillin in this scenario is not weak. It's just that they tried catching him while he was half asleep and hungry. So in One Piece, if you're hungry, you're basically quite weak. Like a really weak person could beat an extremely strong Luffy if he was hungry and exhausted. Like that's basically how crazy it is. So basically that's how Krillin and Oolong joined the crew. And then Luffy again is on this island due to the fact that they captured one of Luffy's allies, which was a mermaid, and they wanted to sell her as a slave. And another thing is that mermaids are basically discriminated because they're seen as fish in this island. So since it's a fish woman, basically, they were willing to pay an extremely high amount for her, since mermaids were also very elusive in this world. So Luffy crashes the the auction, basically, where a celestial dragon was trying to buy his ally, and he punches a celestial dragon. So that causes chaos to ensue. Marines come to the island and they're ready to capture every pirate on the scene. And on this island, there are 5 of the most upcoming pirates. One who has the ability to cut people without killing them. It's like a surgeon ability. He could literally cut off your arms and put them on someone else without killing you or doing any damage. So he basically has the power to manipulate matter that's in his field of control. So another pirate has the power to manipulate the metal around him, named Captain Kidd. And then there were a few other pirates of this generation that were on this island. So Goku finds the next Dragon Ball with this same celestial dragon that Luffy knocked out, and takes it. But in this fight, he ends up tackling against a Marine Admiral. So an Admiral is a very high-ranked Marine who has the ability to control light and to turn himself into light. So due to this, he is a very fast and hard villain to beat, because when he's light, you can basically not touch him. So luckily for Goku, he's the perfect person for the job, due to the fact that Goku has control over energy, making him able to drain this foe. So Goku versus this Admiral is a very hard fought battle and pushes Goku to his limits, due to the fact that he had never fought anyone on this plane of power. And just before he was about to win, his body gave up on him, due to the fact that he wasted so much energy trying to fight against this foe, and he's left on the ground, exhausted. The rest of Goku's crew tries to help him against this foe, but to no avail. Goku is left on the ground, about to be defeated, until his master from long ago comes to save him. This is Riley. Using his experience with Haki, he kicks the Admiral, managing to go toe-to-toe against him, and tells Goku, you have the power, but there's still a lot to learn. As he then saves Goku and tells Goku to leave with Luffy to find the final Dragon Ball. As he says, it's gonna be at Marineford, where Luffy's older brother, Ace, is staged to be executed. So, Luffy's older brother, named Firefist Ace, is one of the pirates on the crew of the second most powerful pirate at the time, Whitebeard. And Whitebeard was basically the second strongest person other than Goldie Roger in One Piece. But one of Whitebeard's crewmates betrayed his crew, and his name was Blackbeard, and did the one thing that pirates are never supposed to do. He killed one of his crewmates, making him have to leave the Whitebeard pirates, and he became a foe of the Whitebeard pirates. So in Ace's anger, Ace, who was one of Whitebeard's pirates, due to the fact that he was angry at Blackbeard, he tried fighting against Blackbeard, but Blackbeard had gained a brand new power, which was he ate the dark fruit, which allowed him to control darkness, one of the most powerful abilities we had seen in One Piece at this time. He could literally create black holes, absorb people, and he could take away your devil fruit abilities just by touching you. It wouldn't go permanently, but you're basically useless once he grabs you. So, due to this, Firefist Ace lost to Blackbeard, and Blackbeard turned him into the Marines to be executed at this battle at Marineford. So, Luffy then decides to go with Goku to rescue his brother. And Goku still is kind of friends with Luffy. It's not like they hate each other. They actually don't mind each other. It's just that they have a rivalry going on. And Goku would want to help his friend as they go to the dungeon where they're keeping Ace before his execution to try and rescue him. So, there's so much things to explain if you're not watched One Piece, but basically Ace is at the lowest level, and Luffy meets a few of his old foes who some of them end up helping him to reach the lowest level of the prison where Ace is located. So Goku and Luffy manage to make it to the bottom, where they find that Ace is gone. And instead of Ace, they find another person in the prison, which was he was a fishman basically, named Jinbei, who was very strong and had the ability to do fishman karate, which is an ability which is very powerful, and he had very large knowledge of the ocean, making him a great asset. And he asked to be part of the Straw Hat Pirates to help them free Ace, since he was not a bad person, but he was imprisoned for other reasons. Yeah, so after this they go up, but what they did not know is, as they managed to escape the prison basically and start sailing to Marineford, where Ace was gonna be executed, Blackbeard had entered the prison and he reached the bottom level, freeing the biggest criminals known to man in this world. Some of these criminals so dangerous that their names had been forgotten from history. That's how dangerous they were. Blackbeard, bringing all these foes to join his crew, and on top of them, there was one particular villain that was immensely dangerous, Demon King Piccolo. His actions so heinous, he was turned into a legend for the last 150 years. His exploits known as killing hundreds of thousands of human beings and using them as decoration in his house. On top of this, Piccolo had done so many vile things. He was the closest person to ever overthrow the world government, and he almost succeeded if he was not sealed away by the help of Kami and some pirates at the time. If it was not for this event, Piccolo would have been the ruler of the planet at this current moment in time, making him resentful and willing to help Blackbeard as long as Blackbeard was useful. Blackbeard, kind of being stupid, did not know that Piccolo was planning to betray him, but Piccolo was willing to work under Blackbeard at the time for his own personal goals. So Blackbeard then, on top of that, sails to Marineford with Demon King Piccolo, not fully being aware of the danger that he possessed. So after this, they make it to Marineford, and there's a hard, fought battle to free Ace, Luffy's older brother. The Whitebeard pirates come, and Whitebeard demonstrates his amazing ability of the tremor fruit. He could simply create violent, land-stopping earthquakes at his own will. Whitebeard was a monster due to this ability, making him the most feared pirate at the time. No one wanted to mess with Whitebeard due to the power he possessed. And even though Whitebeard at this moment was weak and needed life support to carry on normally in a day, that did not stop him from being easily one of the most powerful pirates, even at his old and weak age. And he managed to almost save Ace, until what happened was Blackbeard came and stopped him and distracted Whitebeard, while another Navy admiral killed Ace right in front of Luffy and Goku. Goku, seeing his friend's brother dying and the grief it gave Goku, was personally impacted by this and said, "I will not let this happen to anyone else that I care about," as he gets pumped up and ready to fight with his full energy. And he starts fighting against Demon King Piccolo. Goku fights a great fight against Demon King Piccolo, as Piccolo dispatched half of the navy just by entering the location, and he had already decided to betray Blackbeard as he stabs Blackbeard in the side, while saying, "Well, this is where we part ways, Blackbeard. Here is where all the Navy admirals are, so I will simply defeat them and take my place as Demon King." So Blackbeard is injured, but still manages to kill Whitebeard, as he tricked Whitebeard in the original by having people around Whitebeard shoot him. So basically, Whitebeard did not even lose to Blackbeard in a fair fight, but Blackbeard had people surround Whitebeard and kill him basically. So that Whitebeard still dies, since Blackbeard being injured did not change that. And Blackbeard did something that had never been done before, shocking everyone who was there to witness it, as he then steals Whitebeard's devil fruit power, amassing the dark fruit and the tremor fruit at the exact same time, making him one of the most powerful parrots to ever exist, as he then leaves and disappears into the background, laughing that the will of parrots shall never end. Goku then fights against Demon King Piccolo, and it's a hard-fought battle. Goku is on his last leg, until he asks everyone around him to lend him their energy, as he then collects all the energy around him, and he's reinvigorated with new strength, as he blasts one blast right through Piccolo's stomach, as Piccolo is on his knees about to die. But just before this, he spits out one final egg, as that becomes Demon King Piccolo's son, and he spits this egg right into the sea, where no one will bother it till it fully hatches, as Demon King Piccolo dies. After this is when One Piece has a 2-year time skip. In this time, Luffy gets trained under Riley on the skills of Haki, while Goku decides to pay a visit to this Master Roshi that Krillin talked about, where Goku will be trained on the Turtle School techniques. So, how will this change the series from coming on forward? So far, there have been no major changes, but as time passes, we will see things become more pronounced. I hope you enjoyed so far, and yeah, have a good day.